Greetings, beautiful souls. My name is Mark Anthony, and this is the return of Mark Anthony. All right. Um, it's been a little minute, and It's been a little while, right? Because I had to go evolve, right? And I want to first start off with gratitude. Gratitude for each and every single one of you who have ever commented, who have ever um, liked, said something on the video, followed up here, anything. I want to just say thank you and you are appreciated and for sticking around, right? Because I know it's been a little minute since I uploaded. And that's what I really want to talk about today. I want to let this be a reintroduction, but also a introduction into what I want to start bringing here. And I'm going to leave my old videos up just to kind of show the evolution, but also feel free to go to the old videos. And if you see anything that you want to retouch on, like I know I was starting to touch on the chakras a little bit. I know it's starting to touch on the mental aspects of things and things like that and the spiritual. So if you go back and you listen to those videos, including the introduction I've left, um, please feel free to comment on recent videos and say, you touched up on this. Can you revisit this? And I'll gladly revisit that. But I want to kind of talk about, where I've been at, why I kind of took a step away from creating. And it really goes into the title of today's, you can call it, let's, let's give it a concept. Let's call it today's lecture, right? So, how attachment to identity can stop you from creating authentically, right? And so this was really hitting for me because when I was making my videos in the past, what was happening is I was attached to being a teacher. I couldn't accept the fact that there may be, well, I could accept the fact that there was another perception, but my shadow, right, was so keen on being a know-it-all, right? So I was creating from this place of systematicness and a place of uh let me take this concept and turn it into this, right? And so it took me a while to realize I was attached to that, and how it was manifesting was perfectionism. It was manifesting through just draining myself trying to do a simple task as creating a video. But for my creatives, y'all know that's not a simple task. It was being attached to, I'm gonna be real, to numbers, right? And I wasn't necessarily losing sight of why I was posting, but it just became much more strenuous than it needed to become. And so I had to sit back with myself. I took a beautiful trip to Texas with some of the cosmic homies, and I just let go. I didn't post anything, I just was present, right? Had a beautiful trip, had a beautiful healing experience with the homies and just out there on the land in Texas. And, you know, it was just revealing to me that attachment, and that attachment, how it was, rooted in my shadow. And all this information I have is great, but if it's coming from this place that there's no room for discussion, or there's no room for wiggle room, or other perceptions and things like that, then it can become very limiting, right? And so I think that's where I started to create my content from, was that attachment limited perspective. And it kept me wanting to post, but not even feeling like it was me who was posting, but it was, this attachment to the identity that I had created, this persona I had created. Now, don't get me wrong, there's layers to this life, but when you attach yourself, and this is personal experience, I feel like when you attach yourself to this, just, excuse me, when you attach yourself to this one identity, you don't give yourself room to really feel or experience yourself outside of that identity. And so, where that was leading was kind of me creating from this place of systems and not from this place of authenticity, right? And that's something that was hitting me before I went to Texas. I took that sabbatical in Texas, and I really just started to kind of dial back, kind of, just um just kind of see myself in those different layers outside of just posting content every day. And so content creation and creating, because the revolutionist in me, the messenger in me, the free flowing kid in me hasn't gone anywhere, right? But I had to learn myself on a deeper level so that when I showed up again here, it was coming from a place of genuineness and not from a place of, you know, um, I got this lesson I want to teach y'all, and this is the way to go about it. And now I understand some may look at people who post content and things like that as teachers, but this philosophy that came to me was I don't have answers, simply experience. So I don't I don't mind playing the role. It's a gift and an honor to play that role, but really creating from that place of not being attached to it, right? And what I mean by that is, excuse me, what I mean by that is like, feel free to debate me. Feel free to, any video that I post, feel free to ask questions. Feel free to gain deeper clarity through asking questions. Like, I personally won't view it as a challenge or like you're coming at me or anything like that. Like, I feel like these discussions are meant to be built off, right? These discussions that are here on this platform are meant to be built off of each other and meant to expand our mind. And I feel like questions are a beautiful way to do that. And so when I kind of left that attachment to being attached to a teacher, to being attached to uh, my persona of a content creator, it really allowed me to express myself in genuinity, honoring what I wish to share and not to share, right? Vulnerability, things of that nature, finding that balance, right? Finding that balance of, just genuine expression and things like that. And I went to Texas back in March. It's now June 3rd. So that evolution was necessary. I don't regret not posting because I really needed that time to. And when I say not posting, I was posting here and there, but I really needed that time to, get to know myself on that deeper level. And I genuinely feel like now I can show up consistently and genuinely, right? So I plan to bring a multitude of things here, affirmation audios, good ponder, meditations, uh, just discussion pieces. It may be like a minute long and it's just a question that I want to hear y'all genuine thoughts on and things like that. So just stay tuned. And like I said in the beginning, I appreciate all of you guys for sticking around. I know it was kind of, it was getting kind of, the vault was kind of collecting dust up here. But I want to say we're back. Stay tuned for more videos because I'll probably drop a schedule. I'm a structured person, but for right now, we're going to flow. And like I said in the beginning, my name is Mark Anthony. This is the Cosmic Show. And stay tuned. Much love.